Yo, what's up, guys? Yes, it is me at 1:30 in the afternoon. I do come out during the day. I am not a vampire or a bat. Yes, this is a rare video for me. So here I am at 1:30. Usually, if you guys, I'm sure there's a lot of different folks that fire up the afternoon videos, but I usually fire them up at night. So here I am. I wanted to touch on a couple key things that I want to get out there. I see a lot of people kind of panicking. Most of us are not, as we know. We know the end game. We know what we're doing. And we are holding and obviously buying during this massive fire sale, right? You guys, I posted this. I seen a lot of you did see it. I seen the comments and the on YouTube, and I did post on Twitter. But this was 101, or more commonly known as 401, 1 minute after pre-market opened. This was done. I did this within about 45 seconds of it here. The volume, as you can see, the price drop 4.81%. in 45 seconds of trading pre-market. How's that possible? That's not. We know what's going on. So that alone told me at 1:01 this morning, because I'm usually at pre-market. I'll take a little nap, do my video with you guys, interact, and then pop on. But this was, I've never seen this. This was in under a minute. We dropped 5%. All you need to see there. Right? Okay, let's touch on a couple good important things here. Here's your last 5 days of trading. We know what the hell's going on there. We do not need to look at that any longer. Buy, hold. I see a lot of guys took advantage of that dip today too as well. Buy them up, guys, if you can. Just 1 share, 5 shares, 2 shares, doesn't matter. AMC dark pool trades for today, 66%. Remember yesterday we're at 69%. The madness, the bleepery continues. Okay, let's touch on a couple important things here that I found. This one, I'm sure you guys have seen this. This is probably a pretty big deal in my opinion. JP Morgan warns hedge funds to expect intraday margin calls. U.S. Bank may demand variation margin up to the 7 times a day after Archegos default. JP Morgan is warning hedge fund clients that it will demand they post more cash at the time during the day and their trades lose value. The biggest U.S. bank by assets calls clients as a prime brokerage division of the aftermath of the collapse of Archegos Capital Management, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. J.P. Morgan told the hedge funds that the family offices that they would have to post more collateral on their single-name equity swap positions if they lose value intraday. Okay. Okay, folks, I'm sure this has been going on for weeks. I think personally that the margin calls have happened. A lot of people see margin calls and they think, oh, God, here they go. They're going to get liquidated. They get plenty of time, plenty of warnings. The repo, what was the reverse repo this morning? $793 billion. Something is going on. I just feel it. You guys know me. I touched on this last night. I'm not the guy that's going to pump up, say numbers. I've never done that in my whopping 2.5 months on YouTube. But something feels funky here. I think they're driving these things down, all of these stocks down, and then who knows? They got to cover sometime. We're overextended, gang. This was beautiful. I agree on this on so many levels. I'm kind of a dodo bird, you guys, and most of you do know that. But I couldn't put together this. I'm not taking any sort of credit for it. This was a wonderful, well-said thing. Congrats to Pop Smoke over there on the AMC page on Reddit. But let's go through this because I think this explains a ton, okay? Anybody out there having any sort of fear? I know a lot of guys are in at $50, $60, $70, and now we're at $38. Believe me, guys, we have been there. I have been in since January at $17.71, whatever the hell my average was. I averaged down to under $8, and it took a lot of months. I watched this thing at $5. I watched it at $7, $8, $11, $12, $14, back and forth, back and forth. A lot of us did that. So you guys that are in these higher dollar amounts, whether it's $40, $50, $60, $70, absolutely do not panic. I have taken a monster swing in my position. I don't talk too much about my position. My total swing from where I'm at now, I'm still way up, obviously. My total average, because I did add, I'm probably about $8, $9, somewhere roughly in there. And luckily, I'm not bragging by any sort of means, but, you know, between the point of $72, I had 36 options. Long story short, I took a monster swing. We're talking a few $100,000 swing, and I have not blinked an eye. I know why I'm in this play. That's a lot of money for me. I have never made that much in 9 years on the stock market, not even close to that. Okay, total maybe over time, sure. But to do that in one play, in one chunk, and not to blink an eye, shows my conviction in there. And I'm just some dude on the internet. By no means am I wealthy of any sorts, right? But to have that much conviction, know the math, the DD, and everything else, you guys, we are just fine. And no one is selling this gosh dang thing. No one. Okay, let's touch on this real quick. I love this post. Shout out again to Pop Smoke 112233444455, whatever his name is up there. Sorry, sir, I butchered it. Anyway, this is beautiful. What you are seeing is the last gaps of a dying animal. Hedgies are so bleeped that they are taking drastic steps. Look at the volume for today. At the time of this post, we're at 65 million. That's nothing. We all know the apes are not selling. In fact, they are buying these dips more and more. So how can the price go down, you ask? We have asked ourselves that for 6 months straight, haven't we? What you're seeing is a series of the biggest bullets, ladder attacks, essentially hedge funds selling shares back and forth with one another and lower the prices, tricking the computers into believing that there are more selling pressure than there actually is. We've seen that time and time again. You're also seeing a version of spoofing called layering. Layering is a variant of spoofing where the trader enters multiple visible orders on one side of the market at multiple price tiers, which causes the midpoint of the spread to move away for those multiple sell orders. At the same trader executes a trade, the opposite side of the market, again the pattern of manipulation because the execution occurs at a more favorable price than the trader was likely to obtain in the absence of the first order. Okay, we've talked about that for months on and off, so that's beautiful. You're also wondering how in the hell AMC was removed from the threshold list with millions more FTDs every day. Well, it appears the hedgies have rolled their FTDs into the IWM ETF and somehow naked short to suppress buying pressure through these dark pools. Jesus, Murphy. What does this mean? It means hold. Yes, it does. There are absolutely no sellers. No one is dumping the stock at 4 a.m. in the pre-market. I touched on that a minute ago. You're absolutely right. Good night. If there were sellers, AMC wouldn't have been on the threshold list to begin with. You've all seen DD. You know what's happening here. Divorce yourself from your emotions. If they let it dip, they are bleeped because apes buy more in mass. I touched on that last night. Absolutely, sir, they do. Which they will have to cover. If they let it rip, apes will hold the squeeze, and the squeeze begins. They literally have no good options, all while the world is on this. I touched on that last night, too. This hits home on so many levels of this, but for a guy to put it out like this is outstanding. Remember the $100 million algorithm old Kenny Boy talked about. The one that predicts human emotions? That's what they are banking on right now. And the last thing they hope will save them. They are hoping that your emotions are so frayed that you throw in the towel, but my money is on you. I know I wouldn't throw away a winning lottery ticket, and that's with every share. A loss is a loss if you sell. Until that is just numbers on a screen. So decide it's over, and I don't know about you, but I ain't selling shiitake mushrooms. Very well done, said. A lot of good points that we all know in there. Reason I want to do this real quick is because a lot of apes are, you know, you're 4, 5, 6 weeks into this. You know, a lot of us veteran guys that have been around a while, veterans, that's not a good word. We know, we've been around it. We know what suffering is, you know, being in at big numbers, dropping down. The price, you guys, is fake, false. That is not the price of this stock. This price of this stock, once it starts blasting off, we will see how high this will go. There is so much bleepery, all of the shenanigans. I seen 3 more rules passed today. I'm going to try to touch on that a little bit later. 008, and then a couple other ones I don't know right off the top of my head. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that. But you guys, no one panic, seriously. I'm very excited about this. Even with the price movement, the price doesn't bother me one bit, but something is up. I think this is time. This whole market, over-leveraged, liquidity issues, rules, SECs. And by the way, where's my boy Gary Gensler? Is he on vacation? Nobody told me. Come on, bud. Get out of there. Get out of the office. Do something. Damn it. Okay, guys, love you. I'm going to do one later on tonight. I'm going to do some digging and investigating on a couple other topics. And no one panic. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.